It's not just aged care where the government has let the community down when it comes to this budget. There's also a hidden attack on early childhood education. The National Quality Framework has delivered real reform in the ECEC sector, and I note the contribution that the Deputy Speaker made last night in his adjournment speech about how important the quality years are, particularly in the regions, and he is right. That is why it's disappointing that this government is cutting funding that underpins the National Quality Framework. We know that access to early years really makes the difference. Yet in this budget, hidden on budget night, is a funding cut to the organisation, to the structure that sits underneath and underpins the National Quality Framework. Now, I did have the opportunity last week to actually meet with early childhood educators, people who in fact work in a centre in the Prime Minister's electorate. And their comments are just quite compelling. And it is disappointing that the Prime Minister has not been back to this centre to meet with those workers to learn firsthand their story. Take Luke's case. Luke has had to move back in with his parents. He said he simply can't afford on the wages of an early childhood educator to support himself in Sydney. It's just not possible for a single person working in early childhood education to survive in Sydney. Now, he is someone who is weeks away from completing a degree in early childhood education. Fantastic effort. Luke is about my age. He's worked in early childhood education since he was at university, and he really enjoys his job. He's very good at his job and through the years has upskilled to the qualification that he now has. Yet he has not received any extra support from this government when it comes to closing the pay gap that exists. Educators received $0 from this government in the federal budget, zero. There are people throughout Australia educating our next generation, and their skills are not being recognised, their qualifications are not being recognised, and they are being paid the minimum wage. Urgent action is needed.